There are many things of which I am a guru. In fact, I have a full-time VA just to keep track of all the things of which I am a guru. One of those things of which I am a guru is the social mediums. I mean, I am like the original dude on all the social mediums because I always say, get in early, like how I was on Vine, basically before it existed. Why does early matter, though? Early matters because the social mediums move at a lightning speed, so if you're not in early, you're late, and late is bad. So that's why today we're getting you in early on the hottest new social medium out there, hashtag minibooks. So people, get ready, because we are talking to the founder of hashtag minibooks. Let's do this. Hit it, James.
The Brad Johnson Show.
I'm turning losers like you into winners like me.
You're about to enter the winning zone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brad Johnson Show. I am your host, Brad Johnson. Here, as always, the assistant to the host, James Kirkland.
I am the assistant host.
Well, don't slice your face with a shovel. Well, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. So we are going to be turning some losers like you into some winners like me. Man, so glad to have you here, pouring my buttery voice into your brain cavity. So let it slide on in there. Man, James, I guess it's true what they say. What I always say, that it's difficult to teach a dog new habits.
Well put.
Yeah. That's why I always tell people that you got to start entrepreneuring early. You got to don't wait. Just make it happen early.
Exactly. If you look at any list of successful and the most wealthy people in the world, they all started when they were young. It doesn't count if you start when you're older. I mean, Bill Gates, he's not that old. Like, he had to start when he was young, even though he looks older.
Yeah, although I'd say his skincare routine is probably pretty off because he looks old for being as young as he is.
It looks like that's his biggest failure, really.
Yeah, well, at least one of them for sure. I could give Bill some pointers. Let me tell you that as far as Microsoft goes. Oh, man, nothing worse than a Microsoft update. But we're not talking about that today. No, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about something much different. That is social mediums, which has nothing to do with Microsoft or computers. It has to do with the internet. So we're talking to this guy. Oh, man, he's such a character. I love this guy. Love the conversation that we had together. I think you're going to get some serious hashtag value bombs out of it. But before we get to that, and me helping you salvage the wreckage of your life through my tried and true answers and some information from this guy who knows what he's doing as far as a tech startup goes, it's time for a word from our sponsor. Are you an entrepreneur, digital nomad, kind of make your own way in the world sort of person? Do you love working from anywhere with no boss breathing down your neck and getting all up in your business? If the answer is yes, chances are you've run into a serious problem along the way. This problem has created a question. Why can't I work in my pool? After all, I'm an entrepreneur. I have the ability to work anywhere I want, except in my pool. How does that make any sense? Introducing Aquadesk, the desk manufacturer who decided to ask why. Why work so hard to get your own pool and then not be able to work inside your pool? Now, Aquadesk is answering those piercing questions with their Floating Work Zone 3000, the only floating desk designed specifically for entrepreneurs with pools. Imagine making money, winning with no limits in the comfort of your own pool. Break your chains, release your inner fish, and be free with the Floating Work Zone 3000, the latest innovation in modern creative entrepreneurial workspaces. Go to bradjohnsonshow.website/float to experience what your life is missing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this interview today is what you call in the industry, and my industry, hashtag podcasting, a get. This is one of those interviews that everybody is trying to get, but I got. So it's a got as well as a get, and it is an interview with Mr. Dorn Jackson, the founder of the brand new, most hottest, trendingest hashtag minibooks. This social medium is taking over the internet and the interwebs as well. And I cannot wait to get into this conversation with Dorn. But first of all, a little introduction. Dorn had a really hard childhood. Dorn, I want to kind of get into that with you a little bit. Just your real poor childhood, just going hungry, being homeless. I think you lost at least 3 different parents. I mean, man, what was that like? Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, that's not how it was. I mean,
What? I'm pretty sure that's what I heard was what happened. You had that. Well, it definitely
That's-
would be an interesting thing to talk
yeah.
about, but I can see this it's probably just too painful for you right now.
Well,
But
it's untrue, but-
Dornster, man, I'm so excited to have you on the show. We'll skip the childhood part for now. I think we need to come back to that though. I really think I am not a licensed therapist, but I could be if I want to take the exam. So I think that's something that you probably need to kind of unburden yourself about. But we'll get to that later. But first of all, Dorn, I want to talk about hashtag mini books. Just I'm so blown away by your concept of this company. I didn't even see it coming, and I see a lot of things coming because I have good vision going forward. So yeah, you can. Let's just jump into right here. Your social medium. I'm so excited. I can barely talk. Hashtag mini books. Dornster, tell me about this.
So, Brad, it really has just been such a journey for us. Just developing this new social medium has been life changing, I would say.
Yeah.
It's really been just quite the excursion we've gone on as a team. You see, like you said, it's hard to see this kind of a thing coming, except when you have the kind of foresight that it takes to be an entrepreneur. And that's why we're at where we are right now.
Wow. Okay. Let's get into the nuts and bolts of hashtag mini books. Now, obviously, this has something to do with writing. Now, Instagram was like, okay, it's all about pictures. And then Vine was like, oh, okay, it's all about little tiny videos. And you were like, no, it's not about either of those things. Here's what it's about. Hashtag mini books.
Exactly, Brad. And that's really our angle on innovation is just seeing this, this place where people want tiny books. It's just people are going crazy about it. They didn't even realize how much they needed it. And that's what we're doing. We're meeting these people where they're at and just showing them that they need small books in their life.
Yes. I think too often people think that they can't get through a whole book. But what you're doing is putting the power of getting through a book into their hands. So let's, I got tiny books, hashtag mini books pulled up right here. And wow, I love your guys' interface. This is slick. This is very nice.
Thanks. We are always just trying to have the most forward facing, internally facing, just approaches that allow us to just innovate in our space. And just our interface is reflecting that. It's very reflective of that vibe of forward facingness.
I would definitely say so. I mean, there's actually part of the interface is a mirror. It's literally facing you forward. That is, oh man, I wouldn't have thought to put that in there. Okay, so basically what we're looking at here is people can write a book in a matter of minutes, maybe even less than 10. And it's I think you guys have it limited right now to like 237 characters. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not so much about how many pages your mini book is going to have as it is how impactful you can make a story or your book in that short amount of time. Because, we're all about expression and just speaking your truth in the shortest amount of time possible, because that's when you can actually make an impact with it and really just transform your reality.
And people just don't care if it's going to be longer. I think we've seen normal book sales just plummet. Like people don't even want to read big books anymore. But hashtag mini books, that just makes sense. This is something that I don't think it's ever been done before. Anything like this. So as far as your guys' growth, how are you seeing that come along so far?
Our growth has just been tremendous. It's been explosive, really. We're just like
I love explosive
a rocket ship of innovation, really. And honestly, it's hard to put a number, to the amount of innovation and like growth we've seen. Which I'm sure you can understand. You being an entrepreneur, sometimes it's really hard to just kind of pin down those things like, tax returns and like profit and just that kind of crazy stuff that nobody really cares about. What matters is lives are being changed and people are getting into reading again, but not really.
Uh-huh. Oh man, I love this. So with you guys setting yourselves on a course for growth, where do you see your hashtag mini books and you in 10 years? I think that is like an eternity of time when it comes to the hashtag internet. But
Yes.
I'm very interested to see what your thoughts are there.
Yeah, Brad, I'm really jiving with this question. I think one of our biggest goals, our vision really, is in the next 10 years to have the
Mm.
smallest libraries ever across every
Wow.
major city in the world. And
Oh.
that may seem kind of strange for a social media platform to have that, but that's just
Mhm.
our way of giving back. Okay, it's our way
Mm.
of saying to the world, we hear you, and your stories
Mhm.
are important, even if we don't read them, which we probably won't. They're still important, and we're going to have a place for
Yeah.
them so people can experience it firsthand.
Wow. So it's like the internet, but it's in a location.
Exactly. Yes, it's not like the internet
Wow.
where it's just clouds. It's
That
soil,
is
it's dirt, it's
mind
bricks
blowing.
and
Wow.
concrete and
Wow.
glass
Sustainable bricks,
and
though.
insulation
You,
and pipes.
yeah, but sustainable pipes as well.
Of course.
Man, this
Yeah.
is great. This is great. Okay, so with hashtag mini books, one of the biggest things I think with any social medium is actually getting the big wigs, kind of like me or somebody, some big time people, the celebrities, okay, to get onto your platform. Now, how do you compete with hashtag Instagram and hashtag Snapchat with hashtag mini books? Because I'm just judging by the intellectual prowess or lack thereof of some of the big time celebrities out there, I would think that would be kind of a hard sell to get them to actually write a hashtag mini book, even though it is mini.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we really we focus on a different approach.
Hmm.
Our demographic really focuses on creating our own celebrities, so that's a big part of it. We actually have mini book exclusive celebrities. So these people actually hired on. They start as employees, and they're all about creating a user experience for our users where they can identify this person as an exclusive celebrity to our platform. And it's just phenomenal how it's really created this culture of just connectivity and just digital spirituality is what I like to call it. And what you said about the big wigs, that's actually what we call them, because that's just a very current term that people like to use. And so instead of having like a verification or a blue check mark or whatever next to their profile,
Yeah.
they actually have a
Yeah.
wig that's superimposed over their profile picture, and that's how people
love
know when they're looking at an influencer or a celebrity that we've hired
Nice.
that is a verified one on our platform.
So as we're getting going with hashtag mini books, what is like a shout out on hashtag mini books usually going for these days with those big wig influencers?
It really depends. You actually sometimes will pay those influencers in followers on their other platforms. It's a little counterintuitive, but we're still working out some kinks and troubleshooting. We're going to have some brainstorm sessions and creativity campouts and some. What is
Love
the
it.
other one? We call them thinking tryouts and
Nice.
different things like that.
Man.
Mental batting cages is what we call them. Just very relatable circumstances where we can throw these ideas around and figure out how we can do better at getting these influencers to just interacting with our currency and our platform.
Okay. And that is the other thing. You are putting the hashtag mini book currency alive, and that is going to integrate with the crypto and other things like that. The blockchain. I think you guys are even into that stuff. Man, I'm so excited with a social medium that is integrating the crypto.
Yes, the chain is blocked. You could say it with us. We have blocked it sufficiently. All the blocks are chained, and all the chains are blocked with us. And we're just sold on it. We're really just so invested and just so excited for what the future brings with cryptocurrency.
It's so awesome to see a social medium, a digital startup like you guys in your first round of funding. The number just blew me away when I first saw that. Do you want to brag on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, once again, don't want to give away any important tax related information or anything that would be trackable or able to keep us accountable or anything. But
Are you
it
there?
was phenomenal. It was amazing. We felt the happiness of success just wash over us, which that's all I've ever known. But I felt it again, and I just knew
Hmm.
that mini books was the new it was the next big thing is what it was. That's what it came down to.
Going places. Going places. Man, I love this. I'm so excited and so excited to be in early because I think that's really where you can actually, you see the people who got into Facebook advertising early, people who got on Instagram early, like they had opportunity to make giant amounts of money off of that. And I think
Yes.
hashtag mini books is poised for that type of thing.
We are quite
Now talk to
poised
me.
for that.
Uh, yes, so much poise going on there. So tell me a little bit about you are developing. It's in development. This is kind of some inside baseball without the baseball of mini books hashtag mini books where you guys are actually doing a live. Post version, so kind of competing with the Instagram live and the Facebook live and all those
Yes.
other type of lives. And what you're doing is it's just where it actually takes a video of you while you type out your mini book.
Yes. Yes. We really just wanted to create just kind of a transparency about the creation process for the creators on this platform so that everyone could watch them create their content and criticize it and critique it as they go. And that way, people will get exactly the kind of content they're looking for. You'll never have a dissatisfied user on our platform. It just won't happen.
Yeah.
We're not allowing for that to happen because they're watching
Yeah.
the process of all the content they're going to be reading, and they can influence it themselves. They can change the people's content as they're creating it, so they never have to read anything they disagree with. They never have to read anything that makes them sad or cry even if it's
That
in a
is-
good way. If they don't like that, they don't have to do that. That's not what our platform's for. Our platform is so you read what you want to read, and you never have to be confronted with controversy or any of these awful, crazy things that we have to put up with in our daily lives. This is an oasis from reality, but at the same time, it's creating your own reality of beauty and just creative thriveness.
Nice. I love it. Man, Dorn, this has been amazing so far. And I just want to point out one more thing that I think I don't want people to miss out on. And that is the fact that if you get in now, I mean, you guys have an option for paying for, well, not paying, but, I mean, there is some of that involved. But basically,
course.
if you get enough, what are you calling them? Rewrites, I think is
We're still working on the
term.
terminology, but I think we're going to
Yeah.
call it scribbles, actually.
Okay. Okay, so if you get enough scribbles, then you become a best-selling hashtag mini book author. And if you get enough of those, like that, that's something to go on the resume right there. I mean, a lot of people have dreamed of being a best-selling author, and with this, it
Definitely.
just makes it that much easier.
Definitely. Yeah. We have a special badge that we send you. It's made out of recycled paper. And yeah, like you were saying, it really is just an exclusive, amazing chance to really just get this amazing leg up on any other writers that you're competing with. It's only $500 for the membership for the first month, and then it goes up from there, obviously, because you're going to be just creating so much revenue as a result of being on this platform. So it's very reasonable,
Yeah.
very achievable for people who are good at it, I should say.
Yeah, exactly. And the social mediums are definitely something that a lot of people are very bad at. So I like that you've upped the exclusivity a bit on it to make it more high stakes. I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
And
Oh,
also,
man.
just one other thing I want to say: we are putting out a course before you even can log in or create an account. You have to take this course. It's just a quick 4-week course. It walks you through the basics so you understand what you're getting into, because this is a huge commitment. This is life changing. You're really gonna it's going to change everything about your reality and how you view yourself and how other people view you. So it's really important that you know what you're getting into.
That is what disruptive technology does. I love it. Dornster, this has been awesome, man. People,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, Dorn Jackson, the founder of hashtag Minibooks, the biggest, hottest up-and-coming social medium. Go get involved. It's only going to get more expensive, so make sure to get in now because, man, there's so much potential on here. Becoming a best-selling author, man, it could do wonders for your career. Dorn, thank you so much for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you, Brad. It's really just, we're just so privileged to be able to offer this amazing platform and this opportunity for people to just be themselves creatively. And yeah, I'm so excited for the future.
You don't even know what you said, but I love it. Dorn, thanks for coming on. We will be seeing you on the social mediums.
Thanks, Brad.
Maybe we'll do like a ribbon cutting for the hashtag Minibook Library or something
Yes,
like that. I think
of
I'd be a
course.
really good celebrity to have it there. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you've just listened to The Brad Johnson Show, this amazing exclusive interview with Dorn Jackson. Thanks so much for listening. Remember to share the show. Get your people on board with hashtag Minibooks. You get enough scribbles, you could become a best-selling author. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time. And don't forget, the course is launching or has launched very soon, and you should get it. So the link is down below. Make it happen. Talk to you next time. Ciao.
You've just listened to an episode of Awesomeness. Now, go out and spread the awesomeness and help others fix the mess that is their life and help them stop being a loser and start winning in business, health, and their personal life by getting them to listen to The Brad Johnson Show. Book your face, tweet your tweets, and Insta your grams at Brad Johnson Show. The Brad Johnson Show. Winners only.